This K&N air intake system is designed to increase vehicle power and acceleration by reducing restriction in the intake path. The 63-2575 air intake system is not legal for highway use in California or other states adopting California emission standards. Check knfilters.com for up-to-date information on emissions legality for specific parts on specific vehicles and for a list of other CARB adoption states. This air intake system fits 2009 and 2010 Ford F-150 and 2007 through 2011 Ford Expedition and Lincoln Navigator models with a 5.4-liter engine. Refer to the K&N website or catalog for additional applications and details. K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 11 horsepower at 4,600 RPM with this air intake installed on a 2007 Ford Expedition with a 5.4-liter engine, and an estimated gain of 12 horsepower at 4,600 RPM on a 2010 Ford F-150 with a 5.4-liter engine. Actual results will vary depending on condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. The air intake installed, we ran the vehicle on the dyno to test the sound comparison versus the stock intake. The intake kit includes components that have been designed or matched to the needs of these vehicles to produce a safe horsepower increase. Detailed installation instructions are included with this kit. The tools needed for this install are shown. Turn the ignition off and disconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Release the red locking tab and disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. If the vehicle has an engine cover, remove the two bolts that secure the engine cover. Remove the engine cover if applicable. On the factory inlet tube, loosen the hose clamps at the upper airbox housing and at the throttle body inlet. Remove the factory inlet tube. Unsnap the three latches securing the upper airbox housing to the lower airbox housing. Remove the upper airbox housing and air filter from the lower airbox housing. Install silicone hose onto the throttle body inlet tube with the provided hose clamps. Remove the two screws securing the mass air sensor. Then remove the mass air sensor from the upper airbox housing. Install the provided gasket onto the mass air adapter with the sticky side down. Install the mass air sensor onto the mass air sensor adapter with the provided hardware. Install the mass air sensor assembly into the intake tube, verifying the open end of the mass air sensor is facing toward the air filter end of the intake tube. Secure the mass air sensor assembly onto the intake tube with the provided hardware. Install the long edge trim onto the heat shield. Install the short edge trim into the hole of the heat shield. Some trimming of the edge trim may be necessary. Remove the center latch from the lower airbox. Install the heat shield and secure the two remaining latches. Install the saddle clamp onto the tube bracket and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the tube bracket assembly onto the timing cover stud at the front of the engine. Install the air filter adapter into the K&N air filter and secure with the provided hose clamp. Install the silicone hose onto the air filter adapter and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Place the air filter assembly into the heat shield. Install the intake tube into the air filter assembly and silicone hose at the engine inlet tube. Then align it with the tube bracket and secure it with the provided hose clamps. Secure the K&N air filter assembly onto the K&N intake tube with the provided hose clamp. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Ensure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle. It will be necessary for all K&N high-flow air intake systems to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the above instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. K&N makes products for nearly every vehicle on the road. The K&N website allows you to search products by vehicle or dimension, download installation instructions, view dyno charts showing estimated horsepower gains for this product, and view product details. For information on where to buy K&N products, go to knfilters.com.